Hello everyone, welcome back to Soma. Last time we lifted Omicron's quarantine. I mean, those are put in place for a reason, right? Right. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, if he did fall off, he could potentially, like, try to mountain climb his way back up, but I don't think he actually knows how to do that. Alright, so... stuff is breaking.
This had better be the right way.
Alright, nice. I think we made it. Cool. Thanks along. What's interesting is that when you start talking about what is it to be human, one of the questions then comes down to, like, do you actually have free will or not?
Let's find that suit and get out.
Once you start adding higher dimensions, once you start looking at higher dimensions, yeah, the concept of free will actually becomes somewhat nebulous. Does it? Is it a component? I'm not sure. So one of the theories of higher dimensions is that every scene, well, if I remember correctly, it goes into like string theory basically. So every possible... Oh, there's plenty of criteria for what makes you human. Like, this is something you probably write a dissertation on. But free will actually comes into question because if you look at something like string theory, you start looking at higher dimensions of space-time. You start running into the problem where you could potentially, a higher dimensional being could potentially move back and forth in time, which would suggest that every decision has already been made for you. Which is somewhat horrifying. But, you know, is what it is.
Need to stop it.
Oh, really? I've seen Loki. Are you calling that guy Loki, or are you talking about a movie? Oh, I don't watch Disney Plus, unfortunately. My brother has it. But I don't watch it. I attribute it mostly to talking to a lot of interesting physics people. Oh yeah, yeah. So the general concept of what I'm talking about is so there's like 12 dimensions, and basically the idea is, so we are four-dimensional beings. So we have X, Y, and Z, but then we also have time. Our only problem with time is that we can only move forward in time at a steady rate. We can't go backwards and forwards and backwards. Whereas a being who did have full control over 4 dimensions could, in theory, go back in time and look at whatever we're doing. So what happens if that being goes back in time and then makes a different decision? Well, we have our timeline, and then you would have a split on that timeline, right? And they would both diverge at that point. If it wanted to go back in time and get back into our timeline, it would have to go back to that point, make the different decision, the original decision, and then move forward. Yeah, it's like a tree, but it gets way more complex too. So, a true fourth-dimensional being, we're more of a three-dimensional being because we don't have any control over time. A four-dimensional being would have control over time. A fifth-dimensional being would be able to jump between timelines at will. So it gets really complex. And then there's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And essentially, after a certain point, these things are basically just gods to us. The creepy music has kicked in. That means you've made progress. Okay, oh, good.
Is this Omicron? Everything is so basic, so limited. I hope it's not the Omnitool falling apart. Okay, we need to find you a power suit. You know, so we can go into the abyss without ending up like a recycled can of soda.
You think we'll find one that fits me? I mean, I'm kind of in a suit already.
That's been bothering me too. You know how you were transferred from Vancouver?
Toronto.
From then to now.
How could I forget?
Okay, so we do it again.
You want to send me to the future?
No, you idiot. I want to transfer your mind into a new body.
What?
Look, we already know it can be done. We don't need to make it a big deal.
It is a big deal, Kath. It's a huge fucking deal. There's got to be something else that can take us down there.
But Dunbat at Theta was the only vessel that could take that pressure, and you saw what happened.
Then think of something else.
Simon, please. You don't have to switch this instant. Just play along for now. If we find something else, then great. If not...
I'm not promising anything.
Thank you, Simon. Have a look around the room. This is where they would keep the power suits, if there are any left.
I love it. It's... Simon is such just an ordinary guy. Like, if I remember canonically, Simon is a graphic design... He works at, like, a bookstore. So he's just... He's not necessarily the smartest person ever. I don't even know if he's college educated. But... he's just a guy. He doesn't know anything.
Nice. I found one of the power suits. There's a dead woman inside. At least I think it's a woman. Just like the body we found in the annex. She's missing her head.
Gross. This could work in our favor, though. Look for a terminal nearby, see if you can boot it up.
There is also a good thing about that, though. Like, if you have a protagonist who isn't all that bright, that's fantastic. Because if the player doesn't understand, the player wants to feel smarter. Yeah. The people whose heads have just exploded for some reason. Though I'm just going to assume that that's because whoever made the other guy's head explode, I'm just going to assume Ager's. I'm assuming that made this person's head pop inside their skull.
What are you doing? We need to get the suit activated.
I'm talking. Yeah. Oh, there you go. HPS activation. A, B, C, D.
Don't waste time, Simon. Activate the power suit already.
Not exactly grade A material.
Don't write it off just yet. Remember what we found out at Theta? The suit you are wearing is basically just a Cortex chip working a few pints of structure gel, powered by the on-suit battery pack.
And a dead colleague, Imogen Reed.
Exactly. If you think about it, we're actually incredibly lucky. We found a suit with an already dead body inside.
I guess you're right. What about the WoW? What makes you think it'll play along?
It's not magic, it's algorithms. A set pattern. The WoW won't be able to deny us, even if it was capable of wanting to.
I'm still not crazy about this plan. It feels wrong.
Please, Simon, I can't give up on the Ark. I need this to work.
So we need a Cortex chip, structure gel, and a battery pack. That's one hell of a shopping list.
Thanks. I'll just hang around here if that's okay.
I'll be back.
All right. Yep, she'll hang around. I mean, from her perspective, she's just floating in air, right? Just floating in a black void. Whenever we're not talking to her. A pressure suit. Guaranteed to withstand temperatures spanning 50 degrees centigrade. It's half of boiling to negative 75 degrees. Keeping a steady 40 degrees as default on the inside. The suit will automatically shield the wearer from pressure and maintain a normal 1 atmospheric pressure to a depth of 5,000 meters. The onboard controller monitors the wearer's physical state and is able to minimize the risk of shock, hyperventilation, and even dehydration. Wonderful. Okay, let's go see what we can find. We haven't met anything hostile yet. Keyword. Uh-huh. It's us. I mean, them. Okay, that again. Parachutes tested and ready. Guns on the Ark are great. Equipment loaded. Extra rations. Climber calibrated. Crane operator ready. And Omicron standing by for pickup. Sounds good. Alright. We got this oh, our character Simon's injured right now. Yeah, he's limping.
Don't forget, we need a Cortex chip, structure gel, and a power pack to get the suit ready.
Thank you, Kath. Alright, well. We haven't run into anything hostile yet. This is a frictional games game. What would be really interesting is if somebody was to port this game into like VR chat or something. That could be interesting. Okay, that's all done currently. Crazy Man is somewhere. Okay. I'm assuming he's currently just like part of the WoW. Okay. Okay, there's a lower, middle, and upper. When we override these, we're going to let stuff out. So we are here. We can go up and down. So... well, there are no hostiles, presumably. Let's go see what's around here. Yep. Someone just walked in and said, "Your brain explode." Scar from Full Metal Alchemist is here. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. I mean, it's weird because the blood is red. The blood turns brown pretty quickly after it's exposed to air and just dies and dries out. So, like, this would suggest that these people died just, I don't know, what, within like 30 minutes to an hour or something? I used to know this because I used to work in law. Uh, 60 minutes. Now, wiping a small amount droplet of blood. Yeah, 45 to 75 minutes. Once it's exposed to air. So, that means these people on average died 60 minutes ago? Wonderful. That means whatever killed them is probably still in here. That probably leads to forward progress. No, that's probably how we came in. There's an enemy wandering around. I assume they're just sort of meandering around within the quarantined areas. Okay, so we want to lower... Okay, so we go... yeah, we would turn around and head south. And... okay, yeah, that's blocked. Okay, sounds good. We can't do anything else, we just have to lift quarantine. We need to get all these though. Get the virus. Alright. Ruffy. Jacob Halperin. The usually sedated orange Ruffy found hovering outside Omicron substation. It had a remarkable bone growth that seemed to interfere with his perception. Brought it inside to study, but it stiffened and died in the process. During post-mortem study, the thing kicked back to life while being out of water. Kept swimming for a few minutes, so I returned it to an aquarium. It instantly started banging into the glass and bludgeoned itself to death before I could relocate it. Shelley. Dead on arrival. Darby and Waldeck. Identified it as what was sabotaging the Lumar probe at about 900 meters. Yeah. There's about 150 centimeter long rudder fish that looks like it has merged with some other kind of fish or shark. The freakiest form of mutation we've seen so far. It's clear that it's getting worse. Something is causing this, and I'm not buying out radioactive fallout. I'm not buying the radioactive fallout nonsense that Ovari can't shut up about. Johann Ross, dead on arrival. The dead man found on the climber this morning has been identified as Johann Ross, the AI psychologist working at Tau. Can't even begin to imagine what has happened down in the abyss. And frankly, I won't risk losing my staff by going down there to look. If the ARC team is alive, which I highly doubt, they will have to find a way to give us a sign. We're not going down there again without good reason. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So we can go upstairs now. Hey, you still have a head. You're an enemy, aren't you? He's an enemy. I can almost guarantee it. He's a stalker. As soon as we complete one of our objectives, he's gonna stand up and be like, "You what, mate?" Okay. Yeah, super dead. Super dead. Mega dead. Ultra dead. Alright, everyone's dead. Maintenance hatch personnel only. Can't open. Okay. Wonderful. All that jam. Not all that grape jelly over there. Grape? Grape would be... Never mind. They tried to get out! Yes, there's crazy Cyberman coming after them. Okay, mid is... Okay, let's just explore what we can explore. Oh fuck, not the Cyberman! Yeah, pretty much. Get that in there. Yeah. Alright. let's override this real quick. Nothing's moving down there. Oh, hey, you can heal. That's good. Let's heal. Because what I'm assuming is the WoW heals us because it's trying to keep us alive. Alright. Good, I can't push their corpse out of the way. Alright, undelivered report.
Johann Ross was found dead on the climber this morning. The ARC team went down a couple of days ago, but I see no reason to suspect them playing a part in his death. The climber can't be operated from the abyss, so there was a scheduled retrieval. The climber returned with only the lifeless body of Alpha member Johann Ross. No traces of the ARC team. Cameron, Eames, Lansky, all studying the body inside containment. I'll follow up with whatever they find. Delenda Est.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's one of those things where, like, you would wish you'd be able to just, like, grab bodies and move them out of the way, but there's the whole mechanic of reading their black boxes. I just assumed Simon, like, jumped up on the table and then just sort of, like, laid down and it was just like, it's just like this, you know, pressing buttons.
The WoW has been getting more aggressive, pushing all systems to their limits. Ironically, the dead Dr. Johann Ross would be the perfect person to ask why the WoW is making such a big buzz about his passing. After all, the WoW isn't supposed to want anything, and definitely not to mourn people. The system overload affects the staff considerably. Headaches, loss of sleep, unwarranted stress. And it seems to be getting worse. I could use some advice if you can get through. Delenda Est.
Yeah. Simon's got to have, like, one leg, like, he's got to have both his legs, like, sort of, like, bent at the knee, and, like, one leg is flat on the table, the other one's just, like, wide open. Yeah, Cyberman would just walk past.
Things are out of hand. The staff looks like they're about to explode. Every other person walks around with nosebleeds, and the rest keep wiping stains of blood from their eyes to keep them from overflowing. It's to do with the WoW trying to free Ross somehow, for sure. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the body just got up and left. Rally Herber, our dispatcher, has been snooping around asking questions she shouldn't. She says she's going down into the abyss to find Alpha. I can't bring myself to stop her.
That's when it happened. It probably happened all at once to everyone. Ah, the food cubes. Kinshi would be proud. Yeah, I think everyone's heads just popped all at the same time. That's probably the WoW's influence. Maybe the WoW was trying to brain scan them all at once. Oh, who knows? Then again, yeah, maybe you don't have implants in your brain when you have an AI controlling it. Yeah, this is one of those things I actually like about frictional games. is that, you know, there's just stuff that exists for atmosphere and just to show you stuff. Also, as I said, these people died like 60 minutes ago. So it's probably everybody who was compatible with the WoW taking over. They got turned into the, like, WoW people. And everyone else died. That's most likely what happened. Yeah, based on the color of their blood. Then again, there might not be oxygen in here. So if there's no oxygen, which it might make sense. But then again, I don't think frictional games thought that far ahead. I think they were probably just like blood red, blood scary, and yeah, maybe. Wonderful. Yeah, exactly. And plus, I mean, there's a whole thing of like realism versus like what actually gets the point across. So like, blood doesn't have to be brown. It could look like blood. Because if it's brown, people might think that it's... Oh, whew. I thought he was standing. Freaked me out a little bit. I was like, oh no. Oh, there's somebody else. Don't worry. The question is, can this guy see? My character already is a girl. I don't think his body needs to worry about that. Okay, so I think these guys have eyes, so... I need to lure them away. Do they not respond to sound? Okay, they don't respond to sound. So they're probably visual enemies then. Alrighty. Let's. Yeah, it seemed like it didn't chase me very far, so I'm assuming I didn't. I'm assuming I need to go over there. It also doesn't seem to follow you that far. Yeah, this thing seems to be more proximity based. Let's see if there's something in this room I need to get. It might be proximity and light, because it does have eyes. It appears that it's light. I'm going to guess that whatever I need is not necessarily here right now. I was thinking I needed to go over there, but I don't think that's correct. Get that? Run. Ooh. It's coming for us. And it gave up. Screw you, buddy. Okay. Yeah. It is time to GTFO. Okay. So that makes sense. So it effectively has radar. It only cares about radar that's near it. Okay. That was one of them. I don't think I saw anything else, so I'm going to assume that the other ones are downstairs. Hey, that dead guy's not here anymore. Hello, second viewer. How are you? We didn't unlock everything. Oh, that's okay. I guess we can go back. Oh, yeah? We have to stop it. I agree. We do have to stop it. Okay. There's a structured gel everywhere. I don't think this thing wants to be on. Looks like it's in a lot of pain. Let's turn it off. But we need to eject the Cortex ship. Okay. There we go. 2 of 3. Surprised Catherine isn't like, yeah! Get him! Kill him good! See, he's got his cooling unit in there. One hit for his heart that's overclocked. He also this guy went to Valhalla. He took his spray and
Strasky, are you there?
I hear you, Herbie. What's up?
Just wanted to check in. I have to go do something. I might not be around for a few days, okay?
Rally Herbert leaving the listening post? Must be important.
It is, Strask. It is.
Okay then. Stay safe.
Omicron, can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Everyone all right?
We will be as soon as we make friends with the power suits.
I'm sure you'll get used to it.
Look at that. Just wanted to check in before we pass the last working Lumar probe. Guys, any last words to Omicron? Don't forget to pick us up. You heard that, right?
Don't worry, we won't forget.
Alright. Heading into radio silence.
Good luck, guys. Tau, please respond. This is Rally Herbert calling from Omicron. Please respond, Tau.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Yeah, I get it.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
How's the audio levels for you, by the way? I have dipping enabled because it seems to make stuff easier. That's the structure gel, I bet. Into the abyss. Take it too far in the abyss. Intel. Fun. Intel. Fun Alpha. Take the gel to Alpha. Indeed. Yeah, Heart of Alpha. So I'm assuming that I remember somebody had like, yeah, you can click it and then it will sometimes show it to you. But yeah, alright, there's all that. We're not injured, so how's it going, dude? Alright. Everything looks great. He's just having mild seizures. He's great. He's doing fine. And over here we are fine. So we have the chip, we have the thingamajig, and now we need the structure gel. I'm guessing he was somewhere. Akers or someone was somewhere. I just didn't notice them. Yes, we need to destroy the WoW. Okay, I understand. So this is one that's off limits. And then the other one that's off limits is over there. Okay, everything is unlocked. Okay, we've seen these. We're good. I'm guessing the last one is on the mid-level. So we did upper, we did lower. Now it's all about this one. Is it this one? Well, this floor. All plates, alright. What is these? Elmahire glasses or something like that?
Hey, Andrea?
Yeah?
I was talking to Cameron about protein solubilization. Do you think we could break the aggregate and structure gel without flattening the configuration?
Jesus. That was a mouthful. You've been listening to Cameron, that's for sure. What do you want, Raleigh?
Can you blame me for trying to figure this out? I've been having the dreams too, you know. I don't know what to believe.
Oh, I know. Everything from the sudden signal amplification in black boxes to having a comatose Dr. Ross locked up in the glass jar. We've all been going a bit nuts.
Tell me about it. Feels like my head's about to explode. Hypothetically speaking, could we stop the WoW from mutating?
It doesn't work like that.
Even if there was a Site Alpha?
Hypothetically speaking, I guess we could try. Raleigh, are you recording this?
Sorry. I just... Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember there is that whole thing where there is the black site where they were trying to make the WoW its own thing. So it could be that the WoW is sort of taking over, but I mean, obviously it's taking over, but the WoW is trying to do its thing, but it's not sapient. Like, if they managed to keep this going, the WoW probably would have become a planetary threat. So these guys were kind of just screwed once the WoW became successful. Yeah, once the WoW became successful, once it started changing itself, that's when they kind of became screwed. Alright, what is back here? High security area, nice. Wonderful. I know, right? The best kind of adventures. But yeah, these people have been dead for a long time. Not a long, long time. Yeah, I'm not sure how long they've been dead. Oh, that's okay. We have an abundance of water at the moment. Stages of putrefaction. Yeah, that's right. The surface won't care at all. Yeah, they've been dead for 3 to 4 days. That's how long all these people have been dead. 3 to 4 days. Any more than that, and the intestines and the... After about 4 or so days, depending on how hot it is, the bacteria in the gut actually eat through the intestines and start consuming all the organs. And that causes the body to bloat up like a balloon. And during that phase, all the skin starts to turn black. And then usually that's when the rot just spreads and then you start seeing bone and stuff. But yeah, that's probably 3 to 4 days. If I remember correctly, most of that bacteria is anaerobic, so it doesn't require oxygen. Yeah, you give it a shock, and then stuff shows up on it and starts working again. But any kind of life. Essentially starts to become animated again. But not truly animated again. It just starts animating. Yeah. It's not.
came back to life. Or something like it.
Yeah, it's not life. It's literally just the computer running electricity through its muscles. I'm trying to come up with some sort of version of what it approximates life to be. Oh, we need to fix this. Okay, I have an idea what to do. No, it's fairly straightforward. I wonder if Darkside Phil ever played this game. If he did, he'd like look at a basic puzzle and be like, "Oh my god, how does this work?" Okay. Probably good enough. If you ever want to watch something hilarious, just check out, I think it was Sons of Kojima and Resident Evil Nemesis. I think they made these things called This Is How You... I think they made things called Let's Endures. Alright, probably works. So, they broke up for very important reasons. Basically, there's this former Let's Player, now streamer, who makes Let's Plays called Darkside Phil. And, in essence, Phil is terrible at video games, like god-awful at video games. And so he was playing Resident Evil Nemesis, and he was just doing such a terrible job at it. Like, this guy... Okay, so in Resident Evil Nemesis, you have to use ink ribbons to save your game. They are a very limited supply of items, by the way. You're supposed to use them somewhat sparingly. So what does Phil do? Well, he moves a few items from the item box, because you have limited inventory, and then he goes, well, I don't want to do that again, so then he saves his game, and he just saves his game again and again and again and again and again. He runs out of ink ribbons. It's hilarious. Excellent. Okay, nothing's bashing in here, so let's see. Lisa Cameron. Structure gel has been changed and actually keeps going for a while, even when removed from a power source. If applied to circuits, it seems to help out with connectivity. Yeah, that's right. Spicy gel acquired. By the way, if you're ever wondering why, like, sometimes I just can't read properly, I have surface dyslexia. So this is what surface dyslexia looks like. It seems like it's not only connectivity, but even functionality. The gel can make simple machinery work and act more efficiently. Sendomi. However, the modifications that the WoW has made to the gel are full of extra information that doesn't necessarily make sense. When applied to something... Oh yeah. When applied to something more complicated, it causes the gel to act as a cancer upon the host, eventually ruining it. We could use the gel to our advantage, but it needs to be uncalibrated to get rid of the bad code. I used to tutor English, like fresh out of college, and I remember this. I think she was like, I think she was Indian, she was Hindi. I think her dad was like an international businessman or something. But this girl would look at like, she'd read like a 5-page document in like 30 seconds. Just like, flip next page and read done, next page, read done. It was weird. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, man, what a freak of nature. Go become a lawyer. Read that 500 pages a day lawyers usually have to read in like, you know, just a couple of, like 30 minutes. Apply gel to dead mouse. They applied it to dead mouse?